It is 7:40 on the morning show. If you're the kind of person who takes pride in a hard day's work, well, you might expect the people around you to do the same thing, right?
Then again, if you break a tiny office rule here and there, what's the big deal?
Well, maybe it's a big deal, maybe it isn't. It begs the question that we've been talking about all morning. Should you rat out a coworker for breaking company rules?
And human resources consultant Frank Kyler joins us with his take. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
It's been a fun morning because we've been getting all kinds of viewer comments about the circumstances by which they would rat out a fellow coworker or things of that nature. And we have so many questions to ask you, but we do have a viewer. We have a question from a viewer who's on the phone right now. Okay. And she wants to remain anonymous. We're going to call her Susan. Susan has a question for you, so listen up to this. Susan, go ahead.
Good morning. I just basically wanted to know, I was attacked by a coworker, and the company is basically sweeping it under the rug. There have been no consequences. She was supposed to be sent home until further notice, but she's still at work. I've been ridiculed, made fun of, even gestures where other coworkers have put their hands around their neck and made comments to me, laughing at me. It's been very, very difficult. And I have been basically harassed by my immediate supervisor since I've gotten the position. So it's been a lot of sabotaging, like a promise to fail type of situation. So I need to know what to do. I've already did the legal aspect police-wise, but I need to know where to go from here.
Thank you very much, Susan. All right, Frank, what do you think?
Well, I think I would like Susan to maybe give a little more information. Did you talk to your manager, human resources, both? I think a lot of companies today are equipped with what I would call different paths to get problems resolved. And it's going to be really important for her to, if she hasn't been addressed properly by going through one channel, to realize that maybe her boss's boss is the next stop on the train, or human resources. So I think that's really something for consideration, or maybe she can give us a little more information.
Well, but here's the follow-up to that is that I feel like she's probably, sometimes you're scared to talk too much because you feel there's going to be repercussions. And she said she's been met with adversity and people have been making fun of her. But if it's a physical attack, don't you have to, do something about this?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, whether there's a policy in place that says harassment is not accepted, or simply because we know in society it's not accepted, she has to do something. And so she has to escalate. She has to find someone to talk to in the organization.
Now, Frank, let's say the situation isn't as severe. It's not as bad. I mean, is an employee obligated to snitch, tattle on another employee from an HR standpoint?
Well, I look at it as the check engine light in the automobile. And how do you know you need a repair unless there's some kind of flag that goes out to say something's broken? And so, there is typically an obligation, and I always like to balance that against, are you obligated to tell about the policy violation, or is there something that personally you're just not really fond of? But I think in general you need to say something out loud.
It's not going to make you very popular, right? I mean, you're risking eating alone at lunch, you're risking ridicule. These are things to consider. All right, we're going to pause the conversation for now.
Okay.
But we will dive back into it. The conversation is going to continue. We have more with Frank. And again, the best part is that if you have any questions, like that caller just did, for Frank, you can get them to us and we'll get them to him. Here's how. We're going to give you the phone numbers.
All right. You can text us, 23539. You can call us at 877-50-5735. Of course, you can email us at feedback@southflorida.com. Be our fan on Facebook, or you can follow us on Twitter at WSFL.
All right. More with Frank Kyler coming up later. Right now, though, Jeff Melkars with another look at your weather today.